Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking a little bit about blood magic in the Affliction League. And if you watched my predictions video earlier this week, you know that I talked a little bit about potential blood magic buffs, something that I think the Keystone has needed for a very long time. And in a way, we did get a little bit of that in the Trial of the Ascendancies League, which added tattoos that increased life reservation efficiency of skills, but tattoos are gone in 3.23. However, in the Affliction League, we're getting that and more in the form of new Wildwood Ascendancy classes which you'll be able to spec into alongside your normal Ascendancy. The Warlock of the Mists Ascendancy is one such Ascendancy, and it has an entire branch of notable passives which is themed around blood magic and life stacking. Firstly, Sanguimancy is essentially just the blood magic keystone with one difference. Instead of granting 10% more life, it grants 50% increased life reservation efficiency of skills. That's the equivalent of 12.5 of the life reservation tattoos from 3.22. And of course, you'll want to be taking blood magic alongside Sanguimancy because you impart no additional downside, but you just gain the 10% more life from blood magic and the 50% increased life reservation efficiency of skills from Sanguimancy. And to put this into perspective, let's say you're playing a build which is taking the Warlock of the Mist Ascendancy and you're speccing into blood magic. And right next to blood magic is the Champion of the Cause Reservation Wheel, which, when combined with the Life Reservation Efficiency Mastery, grants a further 36% increased life reservation efficiency of skills. With this setup, you'll be able to reserve a free aura using Eternal Blessing. Let's say we reserve Determination using our Eternal Blessing, and then we can reserve Petrified Blood and another 50% aura and still have 54% unreserved life remaining. You'll also be able to reserve the flat auras like Vitality, Precision and Clarity if you want to, as you'll likely have a big chunk of life to play with this type of build. With an Enlighten in this link, you'll even be able to reserve a lot more. This enables a low life blood magic setup which can take advantage of something like Bloodthirst support or Pain attunement like never before. And that's before we've even talked about the other two Ascendancy notables which branch off from Sanguimancy on the Warlock of the Mist Ascendancy. Cannibalised Faith will help enable that spellcasting route with Pain attunement. This notable makes spells you cast yourself have 75% of their life cost added as extra physical spell damage. This does mean that you'll need to go for a self-casting setup rather than triggering abilities or using proxies, but you get massively rewarded for doing so. For example, a 6-link Reap setup may have 500 or more life cost per cast at max blood stacks. That's 375 added physical damage, which is a lot. And with Reap's 210% added damage effectiveness, this equates to 787 added physical damage, bringing the base damage on a level 20 Reap gem up to 2,201. That's about a 55% increase to the skill's base damage. But the really awesome thing about this new Ascendancy is that you don't have to use a skill that has a base life cost like Reap or Exsanguinate. You don't even need to use Life Tap, although you may want to consider that for its high life cost multiplier. No, you're free to use any spell you want here. You can search for spells that have great synergy and have high effectiveness of added damage, like Wave of Conviction for example, which is a physical based spell which partly converts to elemental. But this one has an added damage effectiveness of 330%, which is crazy. Not to mention its new gem quality that's coming in this patch, which makes damage penetrate 15% of elemental resistances at 20% quality. And what about the third Ascendancy notable? This is the other option which branches off from Sanguimancy. That's Crimson Power, very aptly named by the way. Crimson Power enables life stacking in a way we've never seen before. This notable removes all of your energy shield and makes it so that you only gain half of the normal life you would do from leveling up. However, it also makes energy shield granted from any armor or hybrid armor gear that you have equipped to grant life instead. For example, if you were using an incandescent heart with a max roll of increased armor and energy shield, this would grant 374 maximum life. That's a lot of life, but do be mindful that at level 100, you'll be losing 600 life from the downside modifier on this notable. So you'll need enough energy shield from armor and armor hybrid gear to be able to overcome that downside before you can start to benefit from it. As a side note, Crimson Power has synergy with Dissolution of the Flesh in a way that couldn't be explored before. since you can now make use of energy shield from gear pieces that would have otherwise been wasted, not to mention the obvious life stacking synergy here. I think that this particular branch on the Warlock of the Mist Ascendancy is going to open up a lot of new builds this league. That and of course all of the new transfigured gems and gem qualities that are coming into the game. I hope that we're going to get information on a lot of the transfigured gems before patch so people can kind of plan their builds out a little bit more. But the new gem qualities look really interesting. Reap, for example, is getting 5% more damage per blood charge at 20% quality. That's really strong. There's a bunch of other really good ones too. And overall, I'm very excited for blood magic setups in the upcoming league. There's always the chance that some of the transfigured gems might have some kind of synergy with life costs too, for example, so we'll have to wait and see with that one. I do wonder if Sanguimancy is a little bit of an experiment from GGG to see how they might change or buff blood magic in the future, because it's quite interesting that it's nearly identical to blood magic. They could just be testing out to see what kind of modifiers or how much reservation efficiency is the right amount to go on the keystone permanently. I've always thought that it should have had something a little bit extra on it, something like some kind of recovery or reservation efficiency of skills. Let me know what you guys think about blood magic in 3.23, and also, what did you guys think about the league and its reveals last night? I know that I didn't do a reaction video or a first impressions video because I wanted to do something a little bit deeper like this, but do let me know what you thought of all of it. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.